last week was an amazing week. Minus Aaron Rodgers, feels so bad for that team and the Jets fan base. I think we're going to have a great year this year if he didn't get hurt. I mean, 4 plays into your season and you are already feeling defeated and like it's done. I mean, even though you got the win, it kind of feels like a loss, but hopefully they'll bounce back. This week we got a bunch of great games starting tonight. Eagles Vikings. This is going to be a great game to me. I think the Eagles are going to win though. They're 6 point favorite. I don't think it'll be 6 points. It'll be more like 3 or 4. But I think the Eagles are going to get it done. Their offense is going to figure it out. Hopefully Justin Jefferson can still give me some points in fantasy. But I think the Eagles are going to win this one. Falcons Packers. Falcons are a 1 point favorite. I think the Falcons will win. This Falcons defense is severely, severely improved. Jesse Bates getting Defensive Player of the Week. I mean, he just dominated. Even though it was against Bryce Young, who didn't really look that good, I think he'll step it up this week. But I think the Falcons are going to win more than 1 point. See if Jordan Love's for real or not. Next game we got Raiders Bills. Bills are going to win this outright. We saw Jacoby Myers go down with a nasty concussion. Hopefully he gets better soon, but Bills are going to win this outright. They're pissed they lost that game last week off a punt return. They're going to win this game. Next we have the Ravens versus Bengals. Bengals are a 3 point favorite. I think they will win. They're poised for a blowout. They're poised to have a great offensive game. Joe Burrow's pissed. Jamar Chase is pissed. T. Higgins pissed. Getting all a bunch of fantasy DMs. I'm sure they've seen them. But I think they will have a good year, good comeback game. Joe Burrow is now the highest paid player in the NFL, and he's got to play like it. He's got to really earn it. Next game we have is Lions Seahawks. Lions are 4.5 point favorite. I think the Lions will win this. This team's looking really good. Jahmyr Gibbs was barely used. I think as the season goes on, they're going to keep easing him into it, and they're just going to keep going with it. Chargers Titans is the next game. Chargers are 3.5 point favorite. Tough loss for them last week. Really close game, great game. I think that offense is going to be one of the best in the league. I think the Chargers will win that game. Next, Bears Bucks. Bucks are a 2.5 point favorite, but I think the Bears are going to win this game. The Bucks didn't. They didn't play too great. They won because Baker recognized the signs, but I think the Bears are going to win this game. Next up, we have our game of the week, Chiefs versus Jaguars. Jaguars looking really good after week 1. Chiefs, Travis Kelce is going to be back. I think he's going to make a bigger impact and help kind of his teammates play a little better. Kadarius Toney had a terrible, one of the all-time worst games you could have seen on a football field, and I think he'll play good. Some of that pressure's off of him to be the playmaker. Next, we have Colts versus the Texans. Texans open up at a 1 point favorite right now. I think the Colts are going to win this one. Anthony Richardson had a pretty good game last week. Hopefully he can keep building off that. Gunning for that Rookie of the Year. C.J. Stroud just needs to find the end zone. He had 243 passing yards, which isn't that bad at all, but he's got to get it into the end zone. He's got to be able to score for this Texans team. 2 young teams. The Colts are a little further ahead than the Texans are for sure, but they just got to find the end zone. 49ers and Rams. 49ers are 8 point favorite right now. Cooper Kupp's still out. The Rams had a bunch of players just blow up the fantasy market, free agent market. 2 wide receivers that just really no one's heard of other than Cooper Kupp. That's really the only receiver you can name on that team. But I think this 49ers defense is just way too good. Way too good. Next game, Giants Cardinals. Giants are the only team that hasn't scored this season, which it's week 1, but scoring, you kind of gotta. It's football. You gotta score at least something. Next, we have the Cowboys and Jets. Cowboys are gonna win this one. Aaron Rodgers is still in. I think it'd be better for them. Cowboys are a 9 point favorite. That'll probably go up. This Jets team is really good. I think they have a stacked offense. They signed all these guys to 1-year deals. That kind of just goes down the drain, losing Aaron Rodgers. But I think Zach Wilson, he has to step up. If he can't, I don't think he's going to be even remotely close to his starter these next year if he can't. Next game is the Commanders Broncos. Broncos are the favorite by 3.5. I think they will win. Um, they just got to keep doing what they're doing. I think Sean Payton's leading them in kind of the right direction. Hopefully they can get Jerry Jeudy back. Cortland Sutton isn't. I wouldn't even say he's a wide receiver too, to be honest. I think you move him somehow, try to get some profit out of that, but we'll see what they can do with that. Next game, Pats Dolphins. Dolphins are 3.5 point favorite. I think the Pats will win this one. If Mac Jones can keep playing like he did last week, they're gonna have a good season and probably make a decent playoff push. Honestly. Next game, Saints Panthers. Saints are gonna win this one. Saints, they're only a 3 point favorite. I think they'll be win by way more than that. Bryce Young just didn't look good. That whole offense didn't really look good at all. And then the final game is the Browns versus the Steelers. I think the Steelers are going to win this one. They played really bad last week. Deontay Johnson out for a couple weeks. I mean, same story as last year. I mean, if you got him in fantasy, if you picked him with a draft pick, it's insane. You're insane for that because the same thing happened last year. He went like 8 weeks without a touchdown pass after he came back from injury. I don't think he'll be good at all this season, if I'm being honest. I mean, he had a great first few weeks, got hurt, came back, was basically invisible. But yeah, that's it for this week in football. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully you guys do good this week.